Hello, this is Morgan. I just wanted to talk to you guys about a recent interview that I did in December at the Phoenix Fan Fest. I sat down with Paul McGann, and the video actually took off. Surprisingly, I was not expecting a lot of attention from it. And I wanted to discuss an idea that my uncle had when he saw it with my mom, and kind of wanted to pitch this to everyone, and hopefully this will take off. Anyways, I was going to talk to you guys about the possibility of me setting up a YouTube channel that where I'll go to conventions and attempt to sit down with celebrity guests and people there, and basically just talk to them, talk about their experiences in the industry, and maybe get some feedback and advice on how one would go about getting into acting or screenwriting or anything else, that they do. But the problem that I'm running into is that I don't have money for conventions. I don't have any money at all to do this. The only reason why I actually went to the Phoenix Fan Fest was because my friend gave me the money to do it. She wanted me to go and attend and see Paul and stuff like that. So what I'm trying to do is set up like a commissions type thing, or a donation. I'm actually going to set up a Patreon for this, and basically hoping that you guys will donate a certain amount of money to have me pull this off. So I'm sure you guys are kind of wondering what's in it for you guys, or things like that, which I understand. What I'm hoping to do is basically sort of bridge that gap between fans and actors, where it kind of just shows that people, that these actors are people, and get away from this flashy press and this, very professional demeanor that a lot of actors kind of feel like they have to do at these things to a certain degree. So what I'm trying to do is kind of just, talk to them like they're, normal human beings, which they are. I mean, they are. And I think a lot of fans forget about that. And I kind of hate that, actually, to be perfectly honest. I would rather talk to an actor, and just have a conversation with them as, normal human beings, and find out what their goals are in life, what they love to do, and why they're passionate about the careers that they have, things like that, things that most conventions and interviews don't really talk about. And I would love to talk to other, celebrities, female celebrities, and ask them their experiences in the industry. Talk about things that, most people don't talk about, like the sexism in the industry, and, very serious things, and also very personal things about them, not personal, but, just things that people every day discuss, real conversations kind of thing. And maybe even get advice on how one would go about getting into the industry, and, things like that. I would really love to discuss that, and I would like to do it in such a way that it's comfortable for both me and the person that I'm interviewing. So that's kind of what I want to do, and I think that it's something that really could be interesting, could be fascinating. But again, the problem is that I don't have money to go to these conventions. So what I'm thinking is basically this: if you guys can donate any amount of money to help this cause that I'm trying to establish here, I guess I wouldn't call it cause, but a thing, what I can do is I can also deliver personal messages to these actors from you. I mean, that's one of the other troubles that we have, is we don't really have much way to, send fan letters to them or deliver personal messages to them, so I can do that too. I can also try and get autographs for you guys, and then I'll just mail it to you or whatever. So you guys have like a fancy, autograph thing. So that's another thing I can try and do. The only thing is that I have to consider that the actor might not be interested in an interview, or he might not be, he or she might not be available to do it. Things like that, little things like that. But yeah, I would really love to do this. I think that it really could be an interesting project, and I would really like to talk to Paul McGann again. I'm going to try and hopefully see him in July. I would really love it if you guys could donate to this, because that will actually fund the trip. Because that's going to be the only way I can do this, is if someone can donate or something. I also, if you guys aren't really particularly interested in, having me basically be your fan mule or messenger person, I also do graphics. I have graphics somewhere on my computer that I can show you guys. I'm also a writer with like 8 years experience in writing. I can do editing, like beta reading and editing your work, and even convert it into a script form if you guys are trying to, submit your stuff to a company. Yeah, I can kind of do a lot of things. So I'm pretty versatile in what I can do in my skills. Like I said, I have 5 years graphics and Photoshop experience. I can also do, like I said, writing and things like that. Other than that, I can do some HTML. I'm not very good at it, but I can do some sort of thing. And I can also make wigs. Actually, here's one I am currently working on. It's really crappy right now, but it's a thing I am doing. So I can do that too if you guys want cosplay wigs. And other than that, yeah, I think I covered all my skills. Anyways, so I have a Patreon. I think it's called Patreon. I think is what it's called. I'm setting that up right now to do this. And I've also got a petition to try and get Paul McGann back in Phoenix, Arizona this year. Hopefully, if you guys really petition and put yourselves out there to do it, that would be really awesome. There's also another thing about that is I think that the best way to get people's attention on bringing Paul McGann back to Arizona is if you just email the person. The post that I have set up for it, there's an email there that you can contact the person. Doesn't have to be a long email. It just basically needs to say that that I would like whatever, would like Paul McGann back for either the Phoenix Fan Fest in December or the Phoenix Comic Con in May for this year. So yeah, that's the thing. I think the emails would get more attention than a petition, but I'm leaving the petition open just on the off chance it gets like a shit ton of notes or whatever. So yeah, I think that's all. I think that's everything. And I'm really terrible at talking on these things. So anyways, I'm gonna go. So please donate. Please help support me on this. I would really, really love it. I would really love to talk to these people and kind of just, kind of put myself out there a little bit, and at the same time talk about them, talk to them about their goals in life. I mean, really kind of things that aren't really talked about. I've actually I saw a video by Stan Lee that he was saying that he, when he talks to the fans, they don't talk about him. They talk about what he writes. Like why did you do this with this character? And he doesn't really get asked the little things, like how are you? What motivated you to do comics originally? What are your dreams and aspirations now versus when you were, 20 or whatever? Things like that. Things that are very kind of very meaningful and personal to the personal to the individual. Anyways, I am babbling at this point, but I would really love it if you guys could do this. It would mean the world to me if you guys could do this, honestly. I would really like to talk more with these people and get to know them, kind of, bridge that gap between a fan and a celebrity, you know? So, and I guess it seems like you guys really liked the video that I did with Paul, so I'm assuming that it might be something you guys would like to see more of. I hope so. So yeah, if you guys could please donate, that would mean everything to me. You would be supporting me and, supporting me to do this, basically. And yeah, I'm really dreadful at these videos, but whatever. At least I'm sincere. At least you can say I'm sincere. And that's something else I was going to tell you guys is if I do these interviews, I do not plan on editing them. I might tweak them in terms of lighting to just make it more clear or, crisp or whatever. But I do not plan on editing any content out of my videos. I want them to be straight up and sincere and to the point. I mean, just not, fancy or flashy or, like a lot of these media things do where they just kind of, I don't know, they make it feel commercialized, and I hate that. I want it to be genuine. So, yeah, please, I would really appreciate it, and thank you, and have a good day.